Hey, what's up, guys? This is kind of weird. I don't know if I'm gonna even post it. If I do, it's gonna be on like YouTube because it's gonna be long. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can post a long video on Instagram. It's just no one's really gonna see it, which doesn't really matter because like whatever. Basically, I woke up this morning with just like a weird idea. I mean, I guess it's not that weird, but I've been thinking about polyrhythms a lot. I'm always thinking about polyrhythms a lot. Um, but for like the first time, I kind of had the thought of, I really, I'm very comfortable with 3/2 or like 4/3. Um, and somehow I've never had the thought of like, well, let's combine them. Um, so I had that thought, and I kind of just want to talk about it, and I guess just like film the practice process, because I know I can do this. I know I can definitely do this. It will be tough, but I think it's kind of, I always enjoy seeing how other people their process for like working through things, see how they practice, and I feel like sometimes my process is a little fucked, but I don't know. Someone might get like something out of it. So let me break down what's happening. So yeah, like I said, there's a 3/2. I guess technically it's like a 6/4 polyrhythm. Because let me see, because the four, yeah, the four that the six is over is the same four that's over the three, if that makes sense. So here, the right hand, right now I'm just gonna use like one chord, one position. I would love to like move this around with like a chord progression. We'll see if I get there. But with my right hand, I'm going to do the 6/4, and I'm going to do that like this. So, the middle finger is playing 6, and the index finger is doing the 4. Pretty simple. And then in my left hand, I'm going to do a 4/3 using these notes. So that's going to be a something like that. I want to try and do like, I want to be as staccato as possible, because I feel like if you're letting the notes ring out, the polyrhythm isn't as readily apparent. And actually, I mean, to be honest, let me play. I wrote it into Guitar Pro just to like see what it would sound like. And it honestly doesn't sound like that much like a polyrhythm. It kind of just sounds like a phrase of notes, which is cool. It's cool. I like that it sounds not just ridiculous, but this is what it would sound like. Actually, I don't know. Let me just make sure everything is staccato. Oh, Jesus. What? I'm used to, I usually use Guitar Pro on my Mac, but I'm on my PC and it's like slightly different, which is funny. There we go. Everything's staccato. So it honestly, it sounds, to me, it sounds pretty simple. And like I said, I have no doubt that I'll be able to play this. But yeah, I think a bit of a hack. It's not really a hack, because this is kind of just how you do polyrhythms. But I think for some people who are like just getting into it, it can be very like, what do you mean I have to play 2 different rhythms at the same time? How do you even like keep track of that? And that's the neat part. You don't. um, you know, with polyrhythms, obviously, like, you do want to like I mean, when I'm doing like a 4/3, you want to kind of understand the two different rhythms going on there. But when I'm actually thinking about it, it's a lot more of like, I'm thinking of the actual, I'm trying to remember what they said when I was at music school, because we talked about this. You're really keeping track of the occurring rhythm as opposed to keeping track of two different rhythms. So it's actually easier with a 6/4, doing like, because it's way easier to think about that as like, a whole note followed by 2/8 notes and then a whole note, like, as opposed to thinking about it as, well, I'm gonna play 6 of these and 4, just think of the actual like resulting rhythm. And the 4/3 polyrhythm gets like a little more complicated because it's not like 3/2, 6/4. That's so easy because it's like, it's just really straight rhythm. But with 4/3, there's like dotted rhythms happening inside there with the, past the goddamn butter is I'll always think of it like that. But yeah, so I'm not thinking of each individual rhythm, I am thinking of this as, well, it's the thing is with the 6, the 6 on top, pretty much like every there's no like weird rhythms in here necessarily. But yeah, we'll get started. So, of course, the beginning of the bar, everything is lining up. So there's the chord. And yeah, it is nice. I almost feel like it would be better to change one of the values from 4 to like 5. Get like that would actually get a lot more interesting and also a lot more difficult, because right now, since I have a 6/4 on top of a 4/3, those two 4s line up, which is really nice. So I don't know, if I get this really quickly, maybe I'll change one of those 4s to a 5 and see what happens there. But yeah, let's give it a shot. That was close. That was actually close. So basically it's all together, just the 12th fret, and then just those two together, and then just those two together, these 3 together, again just those 2 together, those 2, and then that. So I actually do think this will be easier at a faster tempo. Like if I just go for it, I might actually just get it. I did not. No, slow tempo is the way to go. I'll do it really slow. That was pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know. I think that was actually, I think I played it pretty well there. Let me. Let me try moving the chord around. See, that gets a little tougher. It's so easy when you're just playing like. So one thing I will say is I think it's a little tough to get like the individual, like it's hard to pick out the individual rhythms there. Which I mean isn't necessarily like a bad thing, because some people would be of the mindset of, you know, a polyrhythm shouldn't necessarily sound like a polyrhythm, you know, if you get what I mean. Especially if it's like distracting, you know, like. And I don't think this is distracting, but I feel like it's a little more work than it's worth, perhaps. The thing that I'm missing is I don't really hear the 4/3 coming out of that, which I think is probably because the 3 is right now being played by like one of the weaker notes. So let me. I'm wondering if I change the 3 to be. Let me see. I'm gonna make the bass note the one that has a value of 3. So I'm gonna do that. What the hell is happening? Oh, I see. Okay, so the bass note now is going to play 3 times, which means the 3rd is the 8th fret of the G string is going to be switched now to, I just did a very stupid thing. That's going to now be 4, right? You know, just listening to it like that, yeah, I think having the 3 really come out. Sorry, I think I actually did I make a mistake here? That's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Guitar Pro just doesn't really like what I've done here, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, okay, that's funny. I might include. I'll probably include what this looks like because it's a bit of a mess. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, I can just Control Z all this. That's funny. All right, yeah, I'm gonna try it like this now. See if it's any more difficult. Maybe it's gonna be easier. I don't know. No, I think it's harder. No, because I keep trying to play another bass note there, but it's not. Am I out of tune a little bit? I chose a weird chord to do this with because there's like a minor second in there, and it's like I probably should have just used like a more like just a regular triad, but you know, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Well, now what I want to do, I want to go back to the original form that I had, which is I think that's pretty good. And now what I want to do is change. Whoa, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna try and do the bass note in a 5 quintuplets. So let's do that. All right, let's see now what this is gonna sound like. Oh. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's see. Oh, for cripe's sakes, dude. Okay. That's a lot harder. That's like a lot harder, and I think it sounds kind of weird. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. All right, it's really weird because the quintuplets really don't like line up with anything. But I'll give it a shot. Wow. This might just be a lost cause. With the original thing, with the original idea, there was no doubt in my mind. I was like, of course I could do a 6/4 on top of a 4/3. But I don't know if I can do a 6/4 on top of a 5/3. That's a little... That's a little bit more out there. Something like that. It's something like that. Let me speed it up. Let me speed it up. All right, you know, it's actually... Let me try to 100% speed. All right, that's... That was too fast, but I got it. I got it at the slower speed, so... There you go, you know, sometimes, even if you think you can't do it, you probably can. So there you go. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna do anything with that one, with the 5. That would be cool though, to like do something with that. I've always wanted to do more polyrhythms with like 5, 5/3, 5/4. Those are like interesting, but pretty tough for me to do. But you know, I'm always trying to get better. But yeah, I don't know if that 6/4 plus the 5/3 will show up in anything. But I think it would be kind of cool to do like maybe in a Girls Nails song or just like one of my own songs, to have like some sort of section where there's this thing going on. Especially if it's not like readily apparent that like, oh, it's a polyrhythm happening. You know, I think that's cool. But yeah, there you go. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I was able to do. Let me just try and do this 6/5/4/3 thing one more time at full speed. It's really tough. I'm gonna put it at 90% speed. 90% of 120. I don't know what that is, but let's try it at that. It's 108, by the way. Guitar Pro told me. I don't think that sounds good enough to justify like really practicing it a whole bunch, but it's pretty cool. All right, it's been 20 minutes. Jesus.